Hey guys, what's up? All right, so just this actually arrived from eBay. It was in my mailbox all day and I didn't realize it. It hails all the way from Iowa. And let's see what just arrived. If you hear ruckus going on in the background, who caused the ruckus? Breakfast Club, anyone? Do you? All right, you're probably millennials or Generation Z. You probably never saw the Breakfast Club. All right, so yeah, I don't even know what this item is because I ordered so many things. So it'll be a mystery box. An antique mystery box. Oh, God. All right. I don't want to, like, stab myself. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to be gentle. I'm, like, not gentle normally. All right, all the way from Iowa. Oh! Oh, no. Did it come broken? Oh, shoot. Wait, okay. Please, God, please don't let it be broken. Okay, this is a little whimsy. And a whimsy, basically, is, I call, like, antique whimsies. Hold on, let me just get this other shiz out of the way. Hold on, I'm going to move my camera. And just actually, I'll be right back. Okay, so what I call a whimsy is something that I got inexpensively on eBay that's antique and small. Small enough so that my husband can't protest because he says I have way too many antiques. And this is really cool. Now, what this is a purse. Now, a lot of you might be like, a purse? But it's a clamshell. Well, this was actually very popular during the Victorian era, especially for people that went on vacation. So if someone went to a tourist area where there was the seaside, there would generally be these little shell purses that merchants took it upon themselves to actually get these little, I think it's a certain kind of oyster shell, that they would get these oyster shells and turn them into little purses. Now you'd find them, now the mystery about these is, where were they made? Are they an American invention? Are they a European invention? Are they something from England? Here's what I'm noticing. I'm noticing some of these are marked France. Some of these are actually painted. So you'll see like a painted scene, or it'll actually, let me just zoom in a little more. It'll actually say, like, for example, Coney Island or Niagara Falls, or sometimes a European city name, or it'll have a painting of a scene. And a lot of times the ones that are painted with scenes are almost always faded and the paint chips off and half of the picture is gone. Sometimes there's just flowers painted on it, or little swallow birds, or there'll be like a saying on it like bon ami, or, you know, it'll be like something whimsical. And so this is generally, why did these survive? Like, a lot of these survived, and there's a lot of these to be found all the time. The reasoning behind that is, so I think these are still around because these were probably never really used. These were actually like a souvenir that somebody had kept and treasured. And so it's passed down from generation to generation and nobody threw them out. Now, these are actually something that a lot of antique doll collectors like to collect because they're so little and diminutive that they're great to display, having your antique Victorian dolls actually hold these little purses, and it looks like a full-size purse to them. And so a lot of doll collectors actually make these so that these are, the prices stay a little higher than you'd like for such a whimsical little piece. Now, generally, pieces like this sell on eBay. You can get these really decent. You can get these for about 30 to 50 bucks on eBay in generally good condition. But if you go on sites such as like Ruby Lane or on Etsy or specialty antique sites, I see these selling all day long, anywhere between $125 to $200. I don't know why, but I guess, you know, it depends on what platform you put it on. eBay, for some reason, is a bargain hunter's paradise. And so what did I pay for this? I think I paid $15. The seller had to make an offer, and I made an offer. They accepted, which I was surprised. Now, what I really like about this is now the seller did not tell me that the catch is broken. I think the catch is broken on it. So, you know, that was not disclosed. And I'm a little pissed off about that, but look at that. Look at that workmanship. Now, how old is this? Okay, generally, a lot of these were made between, I'm going to say about the 1880s to the early 1900, like 1910, 1915 time frame. They do have earlier pieces like this that you'll find that were made around the 1870s, but you'll be able to tell if you're a collector because a lot of them do have also mother of pearl. Like it'll be made out of, now this you could say is similar to mother of pearl, but it's more like the little square little suitcases, and they're really, really ornate and beautiful. And sometimes even out of ivory, which is really nice. But they're all tourist and souvenir pieces of the day. So if you went on a grand tour of Europe, you would probably bring back a little purse like this because they were affordable to everybody. Now, what's really amazing, we got the original bow that somebody tied to it, which is really, really, oh, it's so sweet. Now it's seen way better days. It's a little tattered and threadbare. I can take a cuticle scissor and clip those little strings off, which I will right now. So with a little sharp little cuticle scissor, I was able to get the extra little wisps off of it. Now I don't know what kind of material this is, but fabric never antique fabric never fares very well over the ages. The only thing I've ever seen that seems to last for eons is things made out of cotton and linen. But when you have silk or taffeta or crepe or anything that's really, really delicate, it's like usually it just falls apart and disintegrates from the age. Okay, so let's check out this purse. It has a little metal chain. I don't know if you can see that. Now on the bottom, look at this really, really, really cool workmanship. Now, I don't know the country of origin, but what's interesting about these is the interiors. And let's just open this up and I'll show you. Actually, I'm going to zoom out slightly. Okay, so the interiors will have shark skin interiors. And wow, look at that. I'm going to try to get in there close to show you. This is actually shark skin, and it's like an accordion. So it comes out where it's actually 3 compartments, and a lady would have probably put something called like a sovereign coin in there. And so they didn't really need paper money, of course. So she would put a couple of coins in each one to do her daily shopping. Now, purses back in the Victorian age and earlier were generally not very big. They're very, very teeny tiny and diminutive. And they really, women did not carry around many things, not until around the 1920s. The 1920s, I noticed purses got bigger and bigger, sort of starting around the Edwardian era. The early 20th century, like the mid-teens, purses got bigger. But before that, purses generally really weren't that big. Let's try to see if we can get this closed. I wish the seller would have told me that this is sort of toast. But I might be able to figure out a way to get this to stay closed. Let's see if we can get it to stay closed. You see, it does not stay closed. And I think the lip is missing. The little lip. Of course, we're not going to be able to get a focus on this. Let's take a look at this. I think the little lip is missing on this piece. There would have been like a little lip to catch that. And yeah, it's sadly, now I wish the seller would have said something to me. This sort of pisses me off. I might be able to bend this slightly with a plier, you know what I mean, and make a lip, but I really don't want to mess with it. This sort of blows because now I can't use this, to be quite honest. I was going to hang it from one of my antique dolls, like her wrists. Now I can't use it. So, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to give the seller a negative over this. It was not disclosed at all. Should I have asked? I mean, I don't think I should have to ask. You might be saying, oh, you're a real bastard. But seriously, this shouldn't be happening right now. There might be a way I can fix this. I'm trying. If I knew how to solder, damn. Now it's like, now you realize like soldering is a really amazing actual talent that I wish I had, that I don't. Soldering would come in handy right now because I could have just took a piece of metal and soldered a little lip on here. damn, this totally sucks. But let's find out more about these purses really fast. And we'll do a little bit of, we'll go into the Wayback Machine. And we'll see what these generally sell for and the different styles you will find them in on the internet. Okay, it's not working. I think I'm going to take a tiny little piece of museum putty and see if I can get this to, because museum putty, it actually sticks to things, but you can take it off. So I'm going to try to stick a piece of museum putty on here. Let me go ahead. And it's very hard. You got to twist it on. There's like a certain way you can do this. And let's go ahead and see if we can museum putty it. And when we want to open it, we can just open it. And I think that just did the trick. All right? It just did the trick, boys and girls. Yay! So I'm one of those people. Now, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm one of those people that when something's not working, it drives me crazy. And I sit there and I try to brainstorm ways to get it to work until I don't give up. Like I'll when I was a kid, I was the type of kid that my mother couldn't stand me because I would just sit there for hours figuring something out instead of, my mom would be like, just throw it in the freaking garbage. And she would laugh at me because I would sit for hours and take something apart and fix it. Like if my blow dryer stopped working, I would get a screwdriver and unscrew it and play with all the mechanisms inside and the switches and what have you just to get it fixed. So Quake Hold, baby. Quake Hold, museum putty. You can actually stick posters to the wall with it. And it holds over 40 different items. And now we know it's a shell too, a shell purse from the Victorian era. It works on wood and other surfaces. It's removable. It's reusable. It's ready to use. And yes, it's ready to actually turn your purse back whole again. And I'm going to hold it up in the air. Hold on. I will hold it up in the air in a second. But first, we have to oil the shell. And you're like, what? That's right, mineral oil. We're going to clean it and we're going to condition the shell. So look at the shine. Okay, so I cleaned it up and I also buffed it with a buffing cloth. And look at the shine. So now this is well oiled and it could last probably another 100. And oh my God, this is from now the dates. A lot of these have actual little papers in it with people's information from when they got the shell. And 9 times out of 10, these are dated about anywhere between 1880 to about 1888, right around there. I find this all the time. That's not to say that this is an early 20th century version, but I do think it's older because of the way the button is. And actually, I'm going to turn it around to the other side. And from the way the top of the button is, that design is definitely a very old design. You see the impression? So this is telling me that this one is probably from the 1880s. Most likely the 1880s. But look at this this buffed out shine. Look at this. This is so pretty. All right, so these little whimsies are really great to collect. They're not cheap. They're not cheap. They're not $10 whimsies, if you know what I mean. It's because doll collectors do look for these. Doll collectors do want these to actually have their dolls actually carry these little purses. It actually, now if you write antique purse for a Jumeau French fashion doll, someone will pay $200 for this. I kid you not. How do I know? Because I collect antique dolls and I used to do that. Just by writing antique Jumeau French fashion purse, somebody will pay way more than if you just wrote antique seashell purse. It's like a dual collectible. So when there's a dual collectible, it appeals to different collectors, which is really cool. All right, so just a little bit of mineral oil, a buffing rag, a little museum putty, and now I'm not angry at the seller anymore. I'm going to give the seller 5 stars because now I'm satisfied. And the seller just should have made should have made mention that the little button, was missing the little latch. It would have been a little bit, less unsettling. And I was pissed off. So let's just check out really fast the history of these. And then the video will be finito. Finito. Yeah, the end. or FIN. Did you ever see that at the end of an old video? It'll say FIN, short for finished. Okay, let's go ahead and check this stuff out. I wanted to show you some of them, even without the straps, are selling on eBay. $133.33 was $199. This person actually had a couple of these, and one of them sold. So I don't know if it sold for $199 or $133, but yeah, as you can see, these things sell for quite a bit of money, which is surprising. Here is the interior. Again, we have that shark skin type of interior. Really interesting. And it's an accordion type. Now that's the latch that I'm freaking missing. Oh my God, I'm so pissed. But it looks like it's from the same maker because mine has the same workmanship on it. All right, next, let's go ahead and check out this one. Okay, Victorian clamshell purselet. And this is one with actual painting on it. 125 doll hairs. Ridiculoso. Here we go. And you can see like it gets very chippy. It's very hard to find it in condition like this. This is really good. But here's an example. Again, here is how it closes on the top. And here's the interior, shark skin. And here's what they say. Once upon a time, a dainty purselet was all a lady needed to carry about her coins and bills or tobacco. These have been used as snuff boxes or purses. Today, this fantastic mini makes a big statement with formal wear or relaxed natural statement when you simply don't need to haul a lot of shit around. Wait, does it really say that? Oh my God, I love this person. This person is so me. Okay, carry it as a tiny purse or as a wallet within your big bag. Or keep it at your dresser to hold a tiny trinket and secret notes. A similar itty-bitty 1800s mini bag from the Feather and Foxglove made an appearance on the 2019 Tony Awards red carpet as part of the birth of She-ness. Don't know what the hell that is. A custom... Wait, I'm lost here. I'm lost. I'm totally lost. Of She-ness, a custom designed by Zero Waste Danielle for Patagonia. The look blended ideas of he and she, and a stunning artistic look inspired by Botticelli's Birth of Venus, an oceanic fashion moment. Antique metal shell, marine leather, shark skin was often used, and fibers based on markings. We believe this piece was made in England or with English parts. Interesting. Sometimes these purses were made by sailors out on their vessels. Very good condition with minor chips and scratches. Red lining is intact. These purses were crafted from the shell of the oblong surf clam, aka otter clam, a saltwater bivalve that lives in the cozy warm waters of the Mediterranean Sea. Very interesting. Wow, and this person even like tries to match up the type of clamshell. And here we go. All right, let's continue to like find out more info about this. It's fascinating. Here's yet another example on eBay, 68 doll hairs. And it says, antique Victorian mother of pearl clamshell coin purse circa 1800s. And there was a note, it says, shell coin purse, my mother's, 1886. So there was like a little note about this. Isn't that so sweet? Okay. And yeah, and you can have that for 68 doll hairs. Somebody else on eBay is selling it for $29.99. Now there's got to be something wrong with it. It says with provenance. And here we go. Look at that. Provenance. It doesn't have any chain with it. Let's yeah, wow, look at that. That thing is like toast. And hold on, where's the note? Where's the provenance? I want the provenance. Oh, cool. All right, so there's a letter inside of there, and it's upside down. Well, come on, really? Why do you gotta have it upside? Wait. We got it. Hold on, Houston, we got it. There we go. It says gold's coin. What? It says something, gold's coin something, shell, maybe, from Uncle Fester, from Uncle Miles' mother, 1887. Very interesting. See, people used to write little notes or notations inside these purses just because they meant so much to them. And let's go to Wikipedia. Hold on. Wikipedia actually has a thing about these purses. Shell purse. And here we go. Shell purse made from freshwater pearl mussel And here we go. There's an antique. And that's the type of shell. It's a freshwater pearl mussel shell. And it says a shell purse is a type of coin purse that is made from whole or trimmed mollusk shells, especially from bivalve mollusk shells. These purses are mainly novelty use and purchased as souvenirs of visits, etc. In the past, some were engraved or painted with floral or other decorations, sentimental messages, personal or place names. In many cases, there was an extra working of the shell, either grinding down and polishing it to expose the mother of pearl or filing to form patterns such as crisscross designs. Interesting. The use of shell purses mainly dates from the end of the 19th century, when the Victorians' love of the natural world and passion for collecting seashells coincided with the middle classes being able to take holidays and make journeys to the seaside on newly constructed railways. Visitors to seaside resorts often wished to take back souvenirs of their excursions, and shell purses were one of the many items produced by entrepreneurial shopkeepers. They have been made in various parts of the world, such as the United Kingdom, US, Germany, etc. Most shell purses were designed to be carried in a pocket or handbag. However, some were designed as necklaces or small handbags. Being small, they could at most be used to hold a few coins such as gold sovereigns. In Victorian times, pills, keys, or special items such as arrowheads, children's milk teeth, etc. Some were kept as ornaments or keepsakes, as witnessed by the number that have survived in good condition, indicating that they were not in regular use. And here we go, shark skin, accordion lining of a Victorian shell purse. And there's our information. This one is not Victorian. These are being sold by the thousands on eBay. Most of these come out of the Philippines. So if you see one like this with this type of closure, it is not antique. Even if someone tells you it's an antique purse, don't listen to them. It's not true. So all in all, this was a fun buy. This was whimsical and sweet, and it's almost like romantic, because you just think about like a young lady on some trip somewhere, probably with a handsome stranger. No, back then it wouldn't be a stranger because they were proper, but with a nice handsome guy traveling around the world, maybe to a romantic seaside resort, and our museum putty has saved the day. So now this purse now can close, and it's functional once again. So thanks for watching. See you guys all soon, and stay tuned, because there's a lot of really cool antiques on its way coming from eBay shortly that I'll make videos about.